Yeah, here I am down the track, down at the Vic Park boat ramp, the new one, just up to 100 yards up from there. And you know, I'm doing a painting of the wattle. It's springtime. Springtime's coming, you can see that, and river's up very high. You know, these trees love pretty harsh, tough trees. You know, it's sitting on the side of the river. Probably this tree's probably been sitting there for 100 bloody years or more than likely. And it just appealed to me. I see it every day, and I thought, nah, I'll throw a bit of paint on the canvas and do this one. And this is how I do my blocking. This one's I usually use acrylic, so it dries quick. But this is oil, ultramarine blue, and it moves around. It doesn't matter. It mixes in with the paint as I go along doing the painting. It doesn't hurt it at all. And you know, I've got a smooth surface. Reasonably smooth surface. It's got a little bit of tooth in it, but reasonably smooth surface on this board, and so it gives me the chance to move and smudge like a watercolour sort of thing over the top of the board. So it's a good feeling moving the paint around like that. So yeah, it's just a very easy way of washing in a painting, and a very relaxing way to do it. I could get this rag and just wipe out anything I don't want, and you can go. So when you're learning, you know, you can do it this way. Believe me, I don't know, you can't go wrong, but you can play around. You can spend the next 2 hours just doing this if you want it. I mean, I could work my painting right up to I don't know where, you know, really, bloody, you know, I just do what I like doing. You know, if I really want to be fussy with it, then I can go a lot further and bring it closer to what the subject is. But you know, I'm just working with Mother Nature, and I'm doing it's the artist working with Mother Nature, and that's how I work. You know, this is I come down here quite often along here. That, you know, there's 5 miles to the left of me, goes around and track through Vic Park. Beautiful scenery. You can't get in there with cars now, they only walk in there, so you need to carry your stuff if you want to go in there, you know, to do a bit of painting. But it's well worth it, you know. Bit of springtime hitting at the moment, so back over on the box trees on the back of me, there's, you know, a little bit of wattle coming out, and that's looks quite attractive. As you can see, I've got my hood on. Pretty cold here today. I've actually got a few paintings sitting on the side of my trailer. It's like an outdoor gallery, studio type thing. I don't always paint on the spot. Like I might work on other paintings sometimes, and I'll go to a few places around the area. In fact, I've just come back from what is it? Fairy Penguin Bay, Phillip Island down there, and I've done 3 paintings I've done down there that need to be finished off, which I'll show on YouTube. When I get around to going back into them, just waiting for them to dry a little bit so I can go back into them. And just like anything I'm painting, I'll just throw it on YouTube. Just handy for people to see. People who don't want to look at it, don't look at it, you know. I'm not over fussed. I just love doing what I'm doing, and if I can give a little inspiration to someone, even one person, it's probably worth the whole thing, you know. And you know, I like mucking around with cameras and stuff like that anyhow, so, you know, it's all one thing, you know. This is a business, it's not a hobby, it's a business, but you know, at this time, economically, you know, that's not good. That's just turned off. So hang on, stop. Just smudging in the sky and not being too fussed. Putting a few rough little brush strokes here and there. You can see the Pevensey going past there on the movie. And painted the Padillac quite a few times. Painted him on YouTube too. You can see how the paint is mixing in with the ultramarine blue, because the washing colour's still a little bit wet. It's only been done in with a little bit of oil. So it's just mixing in with the paint. And I'll go through the whole painting that way. It'll mix in with the trunk colour, the watercolour, the whole thing. It doesn't hurt the painting. At the end of the day, it's going to have ultramarine in it anyhow. So it's nice how the spatula, when you hit it nice and lightly with a little bit of tooth on the canvas, it just pulls off the way it does. And see what we got here is I can smudging it up, giving a little bit of a smudge, almost like the watercolour, and just filling in the space. And this could go on. I could come in this, let this tomorrow, leave this for tomorrow and still be wet, a little bit wet, and still move around and do this. I don't want to be too on them too long. There goes the Canberra. Canberra's going down. They're pretty busy today. That's a boy. Yeah, so I like painting in the frame. I like to see it on painting with recycled frames. I like to see how the painting's coming up, you know, and then I have a little trim that sits in the middle of the paint, around the edge of the frame, and it sets off the painting. It can be any type of colour really, but usually white I usually do. And almost nearly to a muddy colour, isn't it? And but I'll just keep playing around with it and slowly get it. Hey, come here, mate. Little Jack coming in. Yeah, so anyhow, that's looking good. Yeah, I'll just play around with this stuff. keep fishing around with it and until I get what I want, until my head makes me feel good, and just keeping it all muted, keeping it low down, low key, whatever they call it, the colours, especially in the background, or behind everything, and where the bank is, there's a little bit of foliage come over the top of the bank because there's not a lot of light getting on there, really. Fair to play around the water, and it'll totally change as it goes along. It certainly won't look like this, it'll certainly look different by the time I finish with it. But, I just hope it, works. Nothing setting concrete for me. I'm no bloody expert, but I've been painting a long time, and I just let my emotions and my feelings and that do the job, and I guess it's been working because I've been doing it for bloody 40 or 50 years or more painting, and I still haven't got very far being the stubborn man I am sort of thing, bloody doing it my way, but I am getting a little bit better. And when I'm painting to please. It pleases me when I do it. I mean, most paintings, or just about every painting, works because it's not finished. Nothing's ever finished, and you can always go through them again later on. So. But I've got to get out of that habit of getting into too much of that white too early. Try and use the pure colours and see how that goes. On my next paint I'll try and do that. I'll try and keep the white out as much as I can to see what happens there. Anyhow, won't go too far forward with this. I've got another part of this painting I can put on YouTube maybe tomorrow night, show you where I've gone with this painting. But I'll take it back down where I've been painting it and finish this off. While I'm working on other paintings down, I'll probably work on 3 or 4 different paintings in the one bloody day, because that's how my emotions run. So that's the only way I can do it. And so it's looking good. I'm happy with the way it is. But I think it would be a little bit heavy at the bottom with the trunk. It's fairly heavy old tree, and then it's got 2 wattle trees right along each side of it. One on the left hand side is a bit bigger than the one on the right. Yeah, and while I'm building up this painting, I'm not copying anything in concrete. I'm putting lines where it makes me feel good. And when I look at that painting while I'm making this movie, I feel like, that one might be leaning out a little bit too much or something, I don't know, but I just work on and do the best I can with the time, that I do on filming, it's probably 2 or 3 hours work on video of this painting up to the stage where it is, and it's still not finished. So But yeah, just putting little branches and bits and pieces here and there, trying to get myself into that positive mode where I feel that it's right, you know. And the old brain certainly tells you, you know. You know, if you put something somewhere and it don't work, the brain will soon tell you. And bloody, yeah, very cold out here today, very cold. But anyhow, the summertime's coming, it'll be too hot and I'll have to have shade to bloody paint. But anyhow, I'm doing a few paints, it'll get a bit busy.